Netball, one of the Isle of Man's most popular sports, particularly with women and girls.
However, more men are starting to play and a mixed performance league has now been set up. So what do they think of the sport? Why did you both get into netball to begin with?
Partner. As simple as that, yeah, partner. And then the old animal development officer wanted to start a men's team. So it's just partners, husbands, brothers, all got ordered down to a sports home. We started playing netball.
I think I knew a few of the guys who played, and this was a really good social side to it as well. So kind of went up when the taster session started, got involved and really enjoyed it. I used to play a bit of basketball, so it translates quite well, and a few more of the basketball guys seem to be coming down nowadays. So I've been playing for maybe 4 or 5 months, so a bit newer to it, but yeah, enjoying it.
I've actually been playing since it started. I've been about 6-7 years maybe now, something like that. There was a bit of a break in the middle, and then it's taking over the development side of things and being able to get it going again. So yeah, I'm in right from the start.
Netball is traditionally seen as a women's sport, especially in schools and as you grow up. Why do you think it is that more men are starting to play netball now, especially on the Isle of Man?
I mean, the effort put in by the people above us, who the admin guys, is incredible, right? There's obviously trying to get more and more people to play. There's handy/leaflets going out by Fiona on a constant basis. And then obviously you've got the social netball league, which is happening on a Sunday, which is getting more men in. It's tough, you know, the stigma behind men playing in women's sport is just a hard barrier to break down. But I know the work and effort the guys are putting in, we'll get there. Yeah, it's growing year on year, and you can see that with what's happening on a Sunday. You guys have just seen so.
Yeah, absolutely. We've heard about the performance league as well. So tell us about how you've been involved in that.
Yeah, so the Performance League is taking place on Saturday nights up at the Roundhouse. Last night was the first one, so it was kind of everyone kind of feeling their way into it. Really enjoyed it though. It was competitive, wasn't it? And I think everyone had a good time. It was a good watch as well. I stayed down for the second game after we'd played.
It's obviously great to have the women down, especially the really good women down, who are just show you what you can do on a netball court. You get to see like a level change, don't you?
Oh, 100%.
From when we play men on a Sunday every other week, you get to see a complete level change. We're going to play the performance league. It's like, wow, you know, that's a step up.
We've chatted to James and Jonny, but what do some of the Manx Rams think of men playing netball?
I think it's really good because we've brought the men into netball and we've played against them at training sessions, but it's really good to make it a bit more competitive where it means something, and to have that practice against men who have got a bigger jump and a bigger wingspan. So it's more like our international games.
Yeah, absolutely. We have to, I think with the Sunday League, we're playing the same people week in, week out for years, but then you add the men into the mix and you have to adapt your game for like the first time in quite a long time. And I think the men just bring a really nice vibe as well. It just makes it really fun.
And they've taken to it well. It was last night, wasn't it, your first Performance League game? How did it go?
Well, my team lost. So
you brought it back at the end though.
We did. We brought it back so many times, but it's still just learning about each other, and the men are learning to play with us and we're learning to play with the men. So it went really well. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was, Fee and Lucy put on a really good night because there was a crowd there as well, which was cool. We ended up winning, which was nice, but again, the team we were playing against brought it back at the end. So it's good because it's level, you know, it's competitive. So.
But what kind of support is there for Netball Isle of Man?
To be blunt, we went to Singapore and we found out that the Singapore national team gets $1.5 million annually from their government, and we put on a raffle. Yeah.
How does it feel to be going up against teams that you know have that kind of backing though, and competing with them as well, you know, really holding your own?
I love it.
It's really special. Yeah. And we're actually quite proud, and although we didn't win against some of those teams, we're putting out good performances.
Yeah, really
we saw the stats. It was good to follow along at the time, wasn't it? It was the whole trip just amazing.
It was brilliant.
Yeah, out of this world. It was awesome.
And what do we have in store for 2026?
We're going away soon.
Yeah, we're going away in February to play France, Malta and Switzerland at Brunel University.
Yeah, they're bringing a mixed team along, so it'll be good to see how they do. So we've got a Rams team and then the mixed team, and that'll be the first time we've had a mixed team play against an actual country, so yeah, it's exciting.
Now it was time to talk to two of the people behind the scenes about the challenges faced with getting men into the sport.
It can be quite difficult starting to get more men involved, obviously because around kind of the stigma around men's netball, so that's a really important barrier that we are starting to look at facing, but just starting from kind of the ground up, getting people involved nice and young. So we've got some now younger sessions, especially in the East now, that we can start kind of going from Manx Youth Games straight into club and then hopefully just progressing from there.
And we now have leagues for under 11s, under 16s, under 13s as well. And then once they're 14 or over, they are allowed to play in the senior leagues if they are ready to. If they're not ready to, then they stay in the junior leagues, and everybody's encouraged to play and get on court and just enjoy it. Primarily it's about having fun.
That's one way of breaking that stigma we've been talking about, isn't it? Like starting from a young age when they're boys as well, getting them involved then and helping them understand that anyone can play, anyone can get involved.
And I think what we have said with the Manx Youth Games, that includes boys.
Yes.
So what we find is that up to age 11, boys are involved in netball and enjoying it. And then there's been a bit of a block maybe when they get to secondary school. And then what we find is the boys or the men that are getting more involved are possibly the ones that aren't maybe as comfortable in maybe a football or a rugby environment, which is fine, it's sport for all, and anything that you can get involved in, that there's such a good social side to it. And we've been really, really fortunate with the local company, March Consultants. They've paid for all our court fees for the men's sessions, these social sessions for this whole season, which has just been incredible. And it's actually allowed us, because we get a lot of younger, maybe older teenagers to young men coming in, and it's difficult to pay, it's difficult to afford to do the sports as well. So to be able to offer it totally free has been a bit of a game changer for us.
Tell us about this performance league then.
So while we're talking about the men and coming into the performance league, so what's been quite challenging with the men is that we have some men who are very, very good.
Right.
And when you've maybe only got 20 to 25 men actually participating, we have such a varying degree of ability. So what the Performance League has allowed us to do by including the men, for those men who are at that level, it gives them something more. And then for the ladies who can play against them, it's all positives, because the ladies learn from the men learn from the ladies, and everybody's going to get better, and it's going to improve us when we go out and play international matches, that we can, we can offer everybody's improving all the time. So to be able to play regularly, one of the things with the Performance League, it's 15-minute quarters, which we can't do in league matches, but at international, that's what you play, 15-minute quarters. So we can offer that now in this Performance League. And it's been really well received, I think. The first night, last night, it was really, really good. Maybe people were just a bit tired this morning for their league matches, but we'll try and learn from that.
Yeah.
And I mean, Rhi and Ashley spoke about the funding gap between the nations. Like the other man said, gets nothing, and that must be a huge problem. But when it comes to this performance league, and players' levels are going to go up, that's going to be massively important in future tournaments, isn't it?
It's massively important. So just from an Isle of Man netball perspective, it's really, really challenging, as it is for all sports on the island, to try and get encouragement, cost of living and everything. It really is very difficult. We were fortunate that we were sponsored for 3 years up until last May, and at the moment we don't have a sponsor within the netball, a headline sponsor. We're very much open to talking to any businesses out there who may want to get involved and support the sport and support everybody's mental health. It's such a wonderful environment to be involved in.
With the talking done, it was time to play, but we needed to learn how, so Fiona set up a drill.
4 corners, so we had maybe 3 or 4 people in each corner, and we started off by receiving a ball to the right and then throwing it forward, and you're practicing your vision, you're practicing driving onto the ball, your footwork. There's a lot going on, and really you're trying to not drop a ball, and once you get smooth and going with that, you're trying to keep it going for as long as you can.
We stepped out onto the court not knowing a thing about what we were doing.
We soon got the hang of it though.
Training done, it was time to play a game. I started as goal shooter with Darren defending.
Lewis failed to score and it was time to swap sides, and I made sure to get some shooting tips.
Well, alright then, neither of us could get the ball in the net, but what did Fiona and Lucy think of our performances? Who do you think won out of me and Darren today? Who's the better player?
I think that you won as a mid-quarter, Lewis, and that Darren won as a defender.
Got to agree with you on that. I have got to agree.
So
we need to actually pick
getting
one.
off the fence, which one of us was better? Considering that Lewis beat me at cricket.
Yeah.
So he's 1-0 up.
Do we have to pick somebody?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I'm going to go with Lewis.
I'll go with Darren.
Yes!
With no answer, there was only one way to settle this: a shootout. Scores were tied, and that meant sudden death.
And that was me giving about 5 out of 10 effort, really. Darren should have and could have performed better, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles.